Hi, Rod from Fleet News Group again, and today I brought with me the new 79 series Land Cruiser Ute. It's a bit of a weapon, this car. Has a big reputation to live up to off-road and on-road, for businesses, for fleets, recreational four-wheel drivers. Big boots to fill, this one. And is the new four-cylinder motor as good as what the old traditionalists love? That old 4.5 litre V8. We'll have a look at that today, so keep watching. In today's video, looking at the new 79 series Land Cruiser Ute. We'll be looking at the new engine, the four-cylinder turbo, what appointments have been made to the cab inside, how comfortable is it, what's it like to drive, and also, is it a good vehicle for fleets? Keep watching and we'll tell you all about it. And remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. Go on, give that like button a bit of a smash away there. You know you'll want to. How 70s though is the new 70 series? There's retro and there's really retro. You get one of these, a key. In the Workmate here, this is the key to everything. There's no proximity keys, there's no central locking, no remotes. It doesn't even have power windows. But this is the key to everything. And it works, just like the 79 does. Well, what about the styling of the new 70 series? Toyota has tried really hard to keep the heritage of the 70 series alive. Here, looking at the 79, you can see previous models of 79. You can see previous other 70 series models from the past, even from the 70s here. It's all very retro. Got the outboard indicators for a start sticking out from the side. You've got the traditional round headlamps with a really cool way with the LED daytime running lights there, making it modern but still traditional. The big Toyota badge, the big rugged square angular design of the 70 series, it's all been preserved but a little bit modernised as well, and I think it makes it one tough looking vehicle. Under the bonnet, it's the new 2.8 litre four-cylinder turbo. Same type of motor as in the Hilux, modified ever so slightly to make it more suitable for the 70 series, and it's a 6-speed auto. Power is rated at 150 kilowatts, 500 newton meters torque, the same as when it's in Hilux. Fuel economy, 9.6 litres per 100 k's Toyota lists on the combined cycle, but the best I've seen in real world testing this week is 11.7 litres per 100 k's. It's quite a sprightly motor. It does get up and go quite quickly and it's very lively, and it's a good all-round package. I think it's an improvement on this one. But how does this new motor compare to the traditional motor in the 79, the 4.5 litre V8, which Toyota has announced the cessation of production of, limiting future V8 engines only to existing orders from customers held already. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But how does this compare to the 4.5 litre V8? Well, for a start, the V8's best part of $4.5 grand dearer than what this is. So there's a huge outlay and expense. And the thing is, you only get 1 kilowatt more power than what the 4-cylinder is. The V8's rated at 151 kilowatts of power and 130 newton meters of torque. That's less torque than what this is. And you're paying over $4 grand for it? But I get it. Some people love the V8. Don't blame them. It sounds brilliant, that motor, when it's under full song, especially those guys who modify it. But I get it. But Toyota's not accepting orders for the V8. Well, what's it like inside here in the 70 series? I think we've gone back to the 70s. Seriously, in the workmate here especially. Look at this. Wind up windows. Wow. And it's even got quarter windows as well. Are we in the 70s or what? Well, we are. It's a 70 series. It's a very utilitarian, to put it mildly, space here inside the Land Cruiser 79 single cab workmate. Plastic hard surfaces everywhere, vinyl seats, tough hard wearing floor mats. Everything is about solid, rugged, dependable. It's here to do a job and it doesn't apologise for that. But even with the steel finish on the door sills here, at least they paint it the same colour as the car, so that's a good thing. But there have been some improvements here over the previous model. You've still got the similar good old sliding controls for the ventilation, fan, all that stuff. Very old school, very easy to operate without looking away from the road whilst you're driving. Improvements they've made: it has Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Pick your flavour. You can now control your phone through the system and charge it and use all your navigation apps and all that sort of stuff as well, plus listen to your favourite tunes, etc. That being the case, it is a wide only system. It is not wireless. Have your cable dangling around, but doesn't worry me. Big 6-speed auto there. That's very good. All your 4-wheel drive controls, high range 2-wheel drive, high range 4, low range 4, it's all down here. We've got a hill descent control button here, the power and haul mode for increasing the power when you're accelerating, traction control. We've got good space for your drink bottle. Put your two-way radio in here as well. Nice little handy hold, little knickknacks for everywhere here. Nice little console bin, and the good old coffee cup test. Nice, simple, easy. Driving along, just pick it up, have a drink, put it back down again. Oddly enough though, the passenger gets a bottle holder in the door, but the driver doesn't. Go figure. Also, looking in the back here, we've got 3 bays here to put drink bottles here as well. Or another radio, something like that, whatever. And there's a little bit of space behind the seats to store some stuff in there. Umbrellas, camera equipment, stuff like that, to make it an everyday functional work vehicle, which it is. Driving position, you get 2 choices. This one or this one. It doesn't really recline that far. There is reach and rake steering adjustment to help you as well. That's very good. And of course mechanical seat controls to move the seat forwards and backwards. But that's about it when it comes to adjustment for driving positions. Sitting up high as it does, you have a commanding view of everything around you. Old school 70s type cabin, there's glass everywhere. No big B-pillars blocking your view out the back. You can see all around, especially handy for when you're off-road to see where you're at and stuff whilst you're driving there. looking at the instrument panel, it has been updated as well. It's still an analog cluster, but it looks a lot more modern, and we've got a new 4-inch digital instrument panel here, which you can change around to what you want to see. You can see it's pretty cold outside today. 12 litres per 100k average. I can make it a digital speedo, show my range to go, how far to go there, as well as swap it around through other functions. There's the cruise control, all very good. Plus, the thing I like the most, Apple CarPlay. Thank you, Toyota. It's just so easy to use. Overall, it does exactly what it sets out to do, which it always has. It's tough, rugged and dependable, and that theme continues on here into the cab. Well, let's talk about safety on the new 70 series here. The previous models had a 5-star rating from ANCAP. That has now expired. The new model here is yet to be tested by ANCAP, so officially it has no rating at this point. In terms of driver assistance and safety features on the vehicle, it does have autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection. It has downhill assist control for off-road, lane departure warning and traction control, which makes it a bit better to drive. Well, who's going to buy this vehicle? Who'd be looking to buy the 79 series? Obviously, 4x4 enthusiasts, off-roaders, the devotees of the 79 series. They'll be looking very excitedly at this vehicle. Cab chassis, put your own canopy on the back, kit it out for off-road, happy days. Single cab chassis, as opposed to the double, which will probably be more appropriate for the 4x4 enthusiast, depending on their needs of course, but the single cab chassis will probably appeal to the fleet market more. And especially the fleet manager is going to love this one, the Workmate. It's the personification of the poverty pack. It's a very well kitted out and comfortable vehicle. It's quite good, but it got wind-up windows, quarter windows. It's a fleet manager's dream. Just kidding, a lot of good fleet managers out there who don't like wind-up windows, I know. But looking at it right now, this is the kind of vehicle that's made for work, hence the name Workmate. Who'd be looking to buy it? Well, how about the Forestry Commission? Hey, we're in amongst the trees here. Agricultural businesses, mining, rail infrastructure. Anyone who needs a vehicle that is seriously capable off-road, driving down rough tracks, getting to places where an ordinary vehicle just won't get you. You need a tough, rough as guts, proper 4x4. One that you can lock both the front and rear differentials because the tracks are so rough, that's what you need to get in. This one unfortunately doesn't have standard rear and front diff locks, but they are options on the 79 series. Capable. That's what this vehicle is, and that's what fleets are looking for. Just to run through the numbers here for you, and there is a few, so please bear with me. How does this stack up and what it needs to do when it's working off-road for fleets or the 4x4 enthusiast? There goes one now. What does this one have that makes it so much better? For a start, I've spoken many times, when you're serious off-roading, the approach and departure angles are absolutely key. This one, this 35 degrees approach angle at the front. Before the bumper bar hits something, the angle has got to be steeper than 35 degrees. That's absolutely great approach angle. The departure angle at the back, when you leave the obstacle or head up a big hill or move away, 29 degrees. This vehicle's fitted with the tow ball, and that will impinge on that 29 degrees as well, lessening that angle you can do. So it's very good for the rough stuff. And how it achieves that also is its running clearance. In other words, how much space is underneath when you're driving along before you'll clip something. And that, on this particular vehicle, the single cab Workmate 79 series, 330 millimetres. 33 centimetres ground clearance underneath, or running clearance. The wading depth remains the Toyota standard of 700 millimetres. This vehicle has a snorkel or raised air intake that can help with that marginally as well. And it is a very, very capable off-road vehicle, which will be well suited to that 4x4 enthusiast market and the fleet space as well, very much so. Other key numbers to understand. Weights. Weight is always an issue with 4x4s. You need to understand exactly what it is, and running through the numbers here on this one, the 4-cylinder single cab chassis Workmate, and the weights I quote here don't include the tray I'm sitting on. The weight of it has to be added into the weight as part of the payload. So we start off with the GVM here. That's 3,510 kilos. If you're towing, it does have 3,500 kilo brake towing capacity, and that takes its gross combination mass up to 7,010 kilos. So all up, what it can weigh, the Land Cruiser LC79 here, and whatever you're towing, a big trailer, caravan, whatever, can weigh up to 7 tonnes. The curb weight of this particular vehicle is 2,145 kilos. That gives it a payload without the tray I'm sitting on here of 1,365 kilos. These things carry the most out of pretty much any four-wheel drive. They really are king off the road in that respect. It is incredibly capable vehicles. Be aware of the numbers, that way the car remains legal and safe on the road, and the insurance company is going to back you if you need them to. Well, what's it like driving the new 79 with a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel motor in it? Well, like all 79s, it's rough, rugged and ready. When you want to put your foot down this motor, it's pretty lively. It gets up and goes. There we go, we just rolled from 60 up to 100. She's got the pulling power you want. It's not quiet, very loud, agricultural, but hey, it's a 79. That's what they're known for. So belting along at the speed limit, just set the cruise here, 2 buttons and she's done. Very good, nice and simple. And we're belting along on the highway at the speed limit. And this is where I find some of the shortcomings with a 79. Live axles front and rear, coils at the front, leaves at the back. There's only so much you can do in terms of suspension, but it's no different to what it used to be. It is very agricultural sounding, the motor, and the wind noise is quite intrusive at highway speeds. On the freeways, 110, it's even more windy, and you have to turn the radio up to actually be able to hear it. But you know what you're getting into with this type of vehicle. It is what it is, and it does what it does very well. It'll tow the big caravan on the back like it isn't even there. Go around that big lap around the country, do the job on the mine site, the farm, in the forest, out on the railway, getting on the access tracks and that there. It just does the business for you. So great seating position, not much adjustment can happen here. I think I can put the seat back a little bit more and that's it. It's got the reach and rake steering, but the vision out the front is excellent. You've got good clear sight all the way around, left and right, good vision, and that's always a good safe thing to have. I think it's pretty good. Those that want it will want it, and those that don't won't. But tell us what you think. You've heard what I've said. What do you think? Do you like the new 70 series? Are you a fan of the 79? Do you miss the V8 already? Let us know in the comments what you think. Be interested to hear. You do notice in the 79 here, the ride can be quite busy. Bouncing along here, it's a pretty rubbish road here. They've actually lowered the speed limit at the moment because it's very rutted and that, but she just jumps around and moves on you. The steering, well, I suppose if the tyres are pointed sort of straight in the same postcode, you're doing all right. It is a lot of free play in the wheel, and it does move and wander around a bit, but again, that's just the nature of the 79 and how it's designed. It's not going to be a high performance sports car by any means, but it's very good at doing what it does. And when you're off-road, you won't notice. The hydraulic steering is really showing its age. Just going over some of the worst bumps here at the moment. You're wanting to dart about a bit, but on roads where you notice it, off-road not so much. But hydraulic steering, it's a bit heavy at times, and also you've got to consider this thing has a 14.4 metre turning circle. The only thing I've driven recently with a bigger turning circle was the Ford F-150 long wheelbase, and this is not as big and as long as that. So, but it's right up there, and you've just got to be aware of it. Tight, suburban streets, you won't be doing 3-point turns, you'll be doing 8-point turns to get it around in those narrow streets. But it's the same with all large four-wheel drive in respect when you go to the shops and things like that. You just got to be more cautious and careful. This is no different, and why would it be? It's a big, rough and tumble, reliable, dependable four-wheel drive. I quite like it, but eyes wide open, it does have some shortcomings. Well, what's it going to cost you? As they say, tell them the price, son. Sorry, that's an ad from the 70s. I thought it appropriate. Hey, it is a 70 series. But in any case, hold on to your hats, because it costs a lot of coin, this car. Toyota lists the price before on-road costs at a bit over $76,500 for the Workmate here, which is the entry-level model. Doesn't even have power windows. The Workmate is, for want of a better term, the poverty pack of this range. But it's the one, obviously, that's going to interest the fleet space the most. But when I looked on Toyota's website to see what the retail pricing is, just to get an idea of what drive-away would be, well, it's very expensive. Basically, the drive-away price here in New South Wales, with a white vehicle, not the coloured one here, the silver, $89,645 drive-away. Wow. The paint job is over $1,100 dearer, and it's only painting the cab and the bonnet, basically. Remember, these vehicles come not even with the tray on it, but that price I just quoted you does include the tray I'm standing in here at the moment as well, as you see it right here, right now. So when you start off at 76.5, it's just a cab chassis. You've got to start spending money on it to make it into what you want it to be. But as you see it right here, right now, with this tray and this paint job, Toyota lists the price on its website at $90,751 drive away here in New South Wales. It's a lot of coin, but it's a lot of car. What competitors are there in the market to the LC70 series? Not many. Patrol's gone, Land Rover Defender's gone, but the only thing I can think of that is a competitor to this type of ute vehicle would be the Ineos Quartermaster, and it can't carry as much as what this can, and it costs even more than what this one does. Pricing on that one starts at over 110,000 plus on roads, so you can sort of see why the 70 series cruisers are quite popular, especially the 79 here. Well, let's talk about the ownership experience on the 70 series. Like all new Toyotas in Australia, it comes with a 5-year unlimited kilometre warranty. But if you have the vehicle serviced at your Toyota dealer, they'll extend the warranty for an extra 2 years on the engine and the driveline. It does come with a cap price servicing program for up to 5 years, but a bit of a downside of it, and it's the same on the LC300 as well, the servicing is every 6 months or 10,000 Ks, whichever occurs first. So you're going back to the dealer an awful lot more, admittedly at a cap price, but you're doing it more often than some other makes. So there's that to consider. In terms of the fleet space, if the fleet manager's only planned to keep the vehicle for 3 to 4 years, you can on-sell the vehicle to its next owner, taking the factory warranty with it, and that will obviously be a bit of an advantage to the new owner and help the fleet move the vehicle on at the end of its life cycle in that fleet. Overall, it's a Toyota, you know what you're going to get, and with this one you certainly do. Well, the new Land Cruiser 70 series, specifically here the single cab 79 series, Workmate. What do I think? Well, I like it. It doesn't pretend to be anything that it's not. It's a rough, rugged, dependable ute that just does exactly what it purports to do. The retro styling, yeah, I like it. It harks back to the proud history of this model with Toyota, the big Toyota badge, the round headlights, outboard indicators, along with the practical. Steel running boards. A little bit narrow for my liking, but they're tough. The whole vehicle's tough. It's meant to go out places like this and bash around in the bush and do the job for you every day. And it doesn't pretend that it's anything else but doing exactly that. And that's a good thing, especially in the fleet space. But for someone, maybe a 4x4 enthusiast, looking for a novated lease, a tradie, anything like that, this is going to do the business for you every day. I like it, and I think you'll be very happy with them. It's a good, dependable vehicle. Remember, if you like these videos, don't forget to hit that like button down there, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you can be kept up to date with everything we're doing here at the Fleet News Group. I'd like to thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments and suggestions and thoughts in the comments field down below. And I'll just conclude by saying thank you. I'm Rod from Fleet News Group, and you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.